The National Economic Council was the second in the year and was as usual chaired by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Briefing journalists after council, Bauchi State Governor Alhaji Mohammed Abubakar says the Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Meikanti Baru, gave a detailed brief to council on the lingering fuel scarcity. He said a committee was set up to look at what the appropriate price for petroleum products should be.
The National Economic Council set up, it has a committee that has been interfacing with all revenue generating agencies of the federal government under the chairmanship of the governor of Gombe State. That committee has been charged with the responsibility of interfacing with the NNPC with a view to determining the correct price for PMS, considering the price of the product in especially the countries that are bordering Nigeria.
He also noted that council received the report of the Governor Dave Umehi's committee on the farmers' herders conflict and made some recommendations to President Muhammadu Buhari.
They have recommended to Mr. President that in all the areas where these clashes are prevalent, the military should be moved in to buttress whatever the Nigeria police and other security agencies are doing in forestalling these problems. The committee has recommended strongly that the military should move into all forests around areas where the clashes are prevalent with a view to flushing out all bandits.
Special advisor to the president on social investment, Mrs. Miriam Uwais, said she briefed council on the fraud going on at state level under the various social investment programs.
In at least 3 states, we've had those people removed. We've asked the states to replace them, and we've asked the EFCC to investigate where the funds have gone. Because what happened in one of the states, for instance, is that the state officials created another account and asked the banks to transfer monies from the cooks' accounts. This is what we found out later. And they invited suppliers that we did not know about, and they were supplying things like salt and firewood, which is available for cooks in their own community.
Lagos State Deputy Governor Mrs. Oloronte Adebolu briefed on the report of the audit firm that audited the various joint accounts of the Federation from 2010 to 2015.
Observe that there are several cases of under-remittance and a few over-remittance. In some cases, you have both by identified agencies. There are also late remittance into the various accounts. It therefore recommends that NEC should decide on the repayment plans for all concerned, as well as stepping up oversight function.
The Lagos Deputy Governor said NEC concluded that henceforth there would be regular auditing of the various accounts. Issues discussed today at the National Economic Council meeting would no doubt not go down well with many Nigerians. Setting up of a committee on the review of petroleum pump price is one that many would describe as a no-go area. The massive corruption in the social investment program, as disclosed by Mrs. Uwais in states across the country, would also be provocative in the ears of Nigerians who have been crying for long in the social media. How does the federal government hope to address all of these is what many would be watching. From the Ascertain Presidential Villa, I'm Ikharo, Attah, ITV News, Abuja.